Protect yourselves. Self-defense is of me when foreign soldiers seek to invade your homes and harm you or loved ones. I have never told my people to just lay down or lay over and die when opposition is in front of them, but to seek me and become overcomers and victors in warfare. Tell them, child, there's a difference between warfare that is coming and martyrdom that will come later. Tell them. And so that's why, the Lord told me that. I started writing this article on a call to arms and self-defense, because we do have two separate events coming up, folks. We do have a time of martial law coming and destruction in the United States. And this is a separate event apart from the hour of testing. And we read about the hour of testing in Revelation chapter 13. When the whole world is tested, when they are forced to worship the image of the beast. If you don't worship the image of the beast, you're gonna be killed. And that's martyrdom, folks. That's refusing. That's voluntarily giving up your life for the Lord because you refuse to worship the image of the beast. And then another thing coming is the mark of the beast, where if you don't have his name or his mark written on your right hand or forehead, you can't participate in the global economy. And so you're going to be left destitute. You're not going to be able to do banking. You're not going to be able to do shopping. You're not going to be able to do driving. You're not going to be able to do anything without his name or number written on your right hand or forehead. And so these are the times. This is the time. This is the hour of testing that the Lord talks about. An hour being a period of time. And this period of time that the Lord is referring to is going to be the last half of the tribulation period. That is his hour of testing. And so that's ahead of time, ahead of us for now. Because first, before that even comes to that, we'll have the Antichrist arriving in his Hollywood fashion via the government's Blue Beam Project and bringing him down from space. And, it's going to be a huge Hollywood production, and it's supposed to look natural. And I'm sure it will. I'm sure it's going to be very good. It's going to deceive millions. We can sit and laugh about this stuff and joke about it, but the sad part is that billions others are going to fall for it. They're going to believe it. We're going to take a break here, folks, and we'll be back in about 30 seconds or a minute or so. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
This is the Reality Radio Network on Telstar 5 Transponder 5 and on the internet at realityradionetwork.com.
Everybody, listener caller line 260-356-2611. If you want to call in with a question or comment, give me a call. It's a quiet night. I don't know if it's because people are just sitting back and listening. Probably one of the most important messages I've given all year long in regards to what's coming and what to do, and what is acceptable to the Lord and what isn't. And so it's been a very serious message tonight, because a lot of people around the world have needed to hear this, that it's okay to defend yourself against these wolves. And it's not only that it's okay, it's expected. He doesn't want us being led as sheep to the slaughter, to our deaths. Martial law is senseless. Everything about it violates the Lord's will and the fact of established government and what they should do in taking care of the people, violates God's laws, violates God's will for a government, and his people need to stand up against it. You know, and it's clearly, like I've said, it's a dividing line between who we are as a nation and believers in the Most High and what this New World Order is. And this New World Order is satanic. It's Lucifer's government on earth. George Bush is just a pawn implementing Lucifer's rule here on earth. The New World Order takes loyalty oaths to Lucifer. They're Satan blood-drinking freaks. They're all loyal to him. It all stems out of the secret societies and the worship of Molech and, you know, just thousands and thousands of years of the same type of cult worship, changing names and going through all these family lines over the years and being preserved. You know, satanic ritual abuse and being, you know, child sacrifices and drinking blood and killing and maiming innocent children and people to be sacrificed to Satan for more power. And that's all what these people are about, folks. You know, this type of atrocities didn't disappear with the Old Testament. They just went underground in the New Testament. You know, in the Old Testament, the Israelites themselves would find themselves involved with these satanic cults, and you'll hear about it more as the Lord rebukes them for it. And in the New Testament, it all went underground, changing hands, changing names over the centuries, and it's all coming up to a full head now. And it's all this whole New World Order crowd, the Illuminati, their children who run it, the Bilderbergers, these 13 Illuminati families who have preserved the fact that they are hybrids, that they are legitimate Philistines, and the fact that they are only half human, half alien DNA. They don't have 100% human DNA. They are half human, half alien, and that's what allows them to shapeshift back and forth from reptilian form, lizard form. And that's what Satan's going to be. He's going to be a lizard, or a reptilian, and a Draco, and be able to shapeshift back and forth. And I'm not saying he will, because he wants people to think he's God. But he's one of these beings, and, you know, that's who Satan is. He's a draconian, belongs to the dragon faction. We know that in Revelation chapter 12, the Bible refers to him as a dragon, one of the names referred to as Satan's. Listener call-in line, folks, 260-356-2611. You can also send me an email at SherryTalkRadio@yahoo.com, or send me an IM at SherryTalkRadio. If you send an email, put in the subject line what it is you're referring to, so I can look at it quickly and be able to tell what's a question for the show and what isn't. William Cooper, one of the old Patriot heroes that was killed several years ago in a standoff with police, had warned us of what's coming in his book, Behold the Pale Horse. And in it, he tells us and forewarns us of all of these government plans through Rex 84 and Operation Cable Splicer and Operation Garden Plot about the ways that they plan to take over our government and reduce population and herd people in internment camps. So you can do Google searches on those. Talk about some of the executive orders that all of our government has to do, all our president has to do, is announce that they're going into effect without congressional approval, without your approval or mine. And that's all he has to do, is announce that he's going to implement an executive order in place. And they're already in place. All he has to do is activate it. You know, some of these executive orders that all he has to do is activate with the stroke of a pen. And I'm going to tell you what some of them are. I'm not going to go through all of the numbers. I'll just tell you what they are. They allow the government to take over all modes of transportation